All right, welcome back to another video, and today I want to take a look at the Ramen Toys SilverHawks QuickSilver with Tallyhawk. Now, Ramen Toys and Super 7 worked on this together, or however they're collaborated on this together to make this figure. So yeah, nostalgic, yes. Really cool. It doesn't have the SilverHawks symbol here on the chest, which is fine. I'm just saying that it just doesn't have it. But what they've done with this figure, they didn't give you the vac metal the way the old ones used to look back in the 80s, and those were really cool. And the wings, yes, they are not clipped to the wrist here, and then along the arm and the side of the body. Squeeze the legs together, and the wings would come out to the T-pose, which was really cool for back then. So this is now, so let's take a look at what this guy comes with. He comes with a few things, nothing crazy, but he does come with some cool stuff. So let's take a look at those things. Let's start off with taking a look at his main man, Tallyhawk here. And he is beautifully done in a beautiful silver, nice metal. I love all the little details in the wings. I love the fact that they actually gave him a beak. Yeah, the top part of his eye here, where you actually have feathers there, and then his eyes that are red, very nice. And then the feathers coming down, which are a little silver, and then he has the silver on the top of the head, on the chest plate, and then the rest of the body is just, all of the robotics that Tallyhawk has gone through. For a cyborg bird being part of the SilverHawks, he's one of the main characters in the actual show. Anyways, he comes with another set of wings, just kind of like Freedom did in the G.I. Joe Classifieds. So this guy here, you want to just kind of gently remove these out so you don't break them. Okay, gently. It's a bit scary because you hear that creak. There you go. Just pop them out, and then you take his wings, and there is a way of putting them in. They only go in one way, I do believe, and you just pop these in here like so. And now you have Tallyhawk with his wings spread out. Beautiful. Beautiful detail, beautiful work. Fabulous. Now let's get on to some of the other, you want to push them in all the way. Also, don't want to leave them out like I just did, but anyway, there you go. Nice little wingspan on them. And it's soft. This is soft. The tail's soft. This is a harder plastic, and that's fine. And the legs, they do not move. So they're stationary, but they do have little magnets in the feet, which I will show off a little bit. But yes, they did a beautiful job with Tallyhawk. All right, so here's SilverHawks. Here's QuickSilver's half wings, and they are labeled, so you can't mess them up. This is the left wing, and this is the right wing to go on him, and I will show them off here in a little bit. And here you have his fully displayed wings, which also, once again, has the left and then the R for the right, so you can't mess them up when you plug these in, and I will show these off also. And I didn't go over it on the half wings, but they're just cast in silver plastic, and the beautiful detail that they put into these things. All right, now let's move on to the next accessory that he comes with. All right, so next we have his open hands, just flat palm type hands, kind of the way it was in the vintage toy, or saluting hands, whichever. But this is just the way it was in the vintage toy. When the wings would go out, they were always flat, off to the side, kind of palming down even when you closed them. So you have those, which is very nice. And now you have his kind of opened hand, you know, kind of like, you know, when they would bring the visor up and down, but you know, the fingers are just open. Not so flat, not so stiff, but very nice. Very nice to have. And last but not least, we have QuickSilver's face, which is, you know, just a face plate, and it has a small magnet right here which attaches, which I will show that all off also as well when I go through the articulation and stuff like that. But beautifully done. I mean, look at the face sculpt, the eyes, the blue in the eyes. Very nice. Very, very well done. All right, so what we've all been waiting for, let's check out the actual figure himself. So, yeah, I mean, they did a beautiful job with this guy. I love the way the silver looks. It's not, like I said, it's not the vac metal, but overall, I mean, he's just nothing but silver. I love the way they did the spurs, just like he had in the cartoon. I love the fact that they put the metal detail on the bottoms of his boots, down to the belt, everything. All of his armor, and like I said in the beginning, they didn't include the insignia, which is fine. And then you have the collar, his neck piece, that face sculpt for when he has the face shield down, his hair. His hair is metal as well. But yeah, I mean, he's really cool. I mean, the only thing it kind of reminds me of the way they did the new version of the RoboCop movie where they left his hand. It was just his hand, not from, the part of the forearm down, but still, that's what it kind of reminds me of. But beautiful job. All right, then you have the gold. This is for when he controls Tallyhawk or his communicator on his wrist. And then you have here, which is really nice, you have the two little magnets which Tallyhawk actually attaches to. So you have these here, these shoulder pads, and these shoulder pads you can take off. They just pop right out there on a little bit of a ball joint right here and a peg, so you can take them off if you want to look more nostalgic to the 80s toy, or closer to the cartoon line. But I like them on there. They're nice. They don't get in the way of the articulation. So here's his T-pose. So like if he had his wings out, his head doesn't really look up too much. He looks down. He does look side to side, and he does have some crazy head tilt. He has the rotation here in the shoulder. You can get this out of the way, and you can actually make it all the way around. He does not have a butterfly hinge in there. He does have a bicep swivel. He does have double jointed elbows that are pinless. He has a wrist swivel. He had, coming to the torso, he has this upper torso where he has a little bit of a rocker, and then that's about as much as you're going to get as far as his ab crunch. And waist, I don't really think he has much of a waist in there to begin with, as far as turning, because mine does not turn whatsoever. Moving down to the leg area, you have in the upper hips, you have this rotation in here, and they have drop down legs, so the leg can drop down, so you can get a nice little kick out of there. And just pull it back up. And they're on a ball joint too. I actually popped that off of there, so it's not too bad. Then you come down to the knee, where you have a double jointed knee. So you want to, mine's pretty tight when it gets to the top. That's as far as the articulation goes for the double jointed knee. I don't know why, but that's as far as it's going to go, which isn't too bad. I mean, it's not the best, but it's not too bad. As far as his foot articulation, he has an ankle rocker. His foot moves forward, and mine's very stiff, and it moves back just that much. And then he has a toe hinge. All right, so give me a second, get this guy back in order. And what I will do is I will do a quick little, like I like to do, where I make the, I show off his other stuff. So I'll show off his little, his wings, how they attach, and the changing of the face, stuff like that. So just give me a second, I'll get that ready for you. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of a display that I put on there. All right, so with what this guy comes with and the scale that he fits, is it going to be better than Super 7's Ultimates? I can't say. But is the articulation hindered in certain areas? Yes. But what I think they were going for was something that was going to be close to a 6-inch scale that would fit in with your other characters that you have in your collection, and that way you can, you know, put them in there. It doesn't matter because most of the time you're going to have this guy in probably flying poses anyway. Yeah, so I mean, you know, he doesn't come with a whole lot of stuff, which is fine. But for the stuff that he does come with, it's definitely well worth it. So if you get a chance to pick this guy up, he is available on Big Bad Toy Store. So by all means, rush over there to pick him up and get him, or wait for the Super 7 Ultimates one to come out. Either way, Super 7 still has something to do with, you know, this Ramen Toys version of QuickSilver and Tallyhawk. I love the way they did this figure. That's just my opinion. All right, so let's get into quick comparisons and then we'll end the review. Here's how he compares to Peter Parker from the Marvel Legends 2-pack. And here's how he compares to Ned from the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Homecoming 2-pack. And here's how he compares to Action Force Valor vs. Kurek. And here's how he compares to the G.I. Joe Classifieds Crimson Guard. And here's how he compares to the SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Superhero Vegeta. Alright guys, so like I was saying before I went into the comparisons, this guy is definitely worth picking up if you are a SilverHawks fan or you're just looking for that nostalgic figure from that cartoon. This is one that is definitely worth picking up. And also, as you can see, he fits well with a lot of the other lines. So it's not like you're getting something that's really massive. I mean, he is a cyborg, so which therefore he is going to be a little bit taller than certain other figures, but other figures are still going to be kind of the same height. Now remember, it's up to you on what you want to get and what you choose to get to put into your collection. I'm just recommending. This is a fabulous figure. I recommend it. Once again, and that's all I have to say about that. I'm not going to get on a tangent or ramble, but anyways, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking out the time to check this video out. And as always, leave a comment down below. Please like, subscribe, share the videos so that way they get around and, you know, we can keep this channel moving. And I appreciate everybody who has taken the time to show the love and come on here and watch these videos. Thank you. Thank you so much. With that being said, guys, that's it for this one, and I'll catch you all on the flippity flip.